So my name's Karu Cavicchioli. I'm from Australia, 23 years old. I've lived in Sydney almost my entire life. I've studied archaeology at Sydney University, and I've recently completed my master's degree. It was in Norse archaeology, which was part of my reason for moving to Norway, because it's much better jobs prospects for Norse archaeologists here. And once my studying there was finished, I had a few extra months, and I decided to go explore Europe a little bit. And first on my list was Norway. And I met Adriana in Bergen, where she was studying at the time. And from there, we stayed in contact immediately after while I was still traveling around Norway. And eventually we started discussing the idea of her coming to Australia.
Oh, it's not that bad now. Cold place.
It was a fairly gradual transition from seeing each other in short bursts with very long periods in between due to the distance. But it was probably mostly after she came to Australia for the first time, and then when she left on the plane back to Norway after being here for a month, when I realised that it was suddenly very lonely here without her. Hi.
Wow.
I realised that yes, I would very much like to put in quite a lot of effort to see her again, either in Norway or Australia. I was planning on moving to Norway at some point for quite some time, but having lived in Australia for my entire life, that was obviously a very big change. The difficulty wasn't on my end. There was something actually preventing me from moving to Norway. The fact that the Australian government was not allowing anyone to leave or enter the country, including Australian citizens. Obviously, Adriana not being able to stay in Australia and having to move back to Norway was a very good motivator. I then had a goal. I had something that I had to overcome to come to Norway. All the previous reasons I had for not leaving were comparatively minor compared to the fact that I might be told once again that I wasn't actually legally allowed to leave Australia. So I had to effectively jump, take a bit of a leap of faith. The most difficult thing were just the logistical issues of having a job lined up here, of being allowed to leave Australia. I kind of didn't have any time to think about the issues that I had in terms of leaving my family. It's something I've been thinking about so constantly that when it actually happened, I couldn't really, it was just kind of, oh yeah, this is happening now. I'm on a plane, I'm in Norway, I'm in a quarantine hotel.
Hvor er du? Du er i Norge. Så mange meter.
I don't feel I've still fully processed the fact that I'm here. Like, there hasn't been any real shock in the process. It's surprisingly smooth once it actually started. Here, it's been hard to take any minute as for granted because I've worked so hard to achieve it. So this is kjæresten min, Adriana. She's love of my life.
To finally get Karu here, it meant everything. I think I found it as more of a struggle than what he did the entire process of getting him here. So finally, getting him here, it was amazing. So
having arrived here and effectively achieved our goal of living in the same country, it's even if there's still a lot of challenges still to come and to face, at least we'll be able to do them together. And it feels good to start something new with Adriana without having to worry about one of us leaving or having to go back home, because now that we're together, it feels like we can make an actual new home together.